This is the OnePlus Nord CE5 5G disassembly. I'll also be doing a video comparing the batteries between this global version, which has a 7100 mAh battery, to the version which is sold in the EU, which has a 5200 mAh battery, to see if the batteries are interchangeable and can be upgraded, as well as the actual physical sizes of the battery. If you're interested in seeing more videos like this, make sure you subscribe and click on the notification bell so you'll be notified once I upload a new video. Links for parts and tools will be in the description. First, the SIM tray needs to be removed. Looking at the SIM and microSD tray, we can see a black rubber gasket around the opening. Now heat needs to be applied to the back plate using either a hairdryer or a heat gun to loosen up the adhesive underneath, and then a pry tool can be used to pry the back plate off. I prefer to use a hairdryer since there's less of a chance of damaging any of the components inside by overheating them. Here's a look at the plastic backplate. To replace the camera lens cover, you can apply some heat and gently pry it off. So you don't have to take apart the phone to replace that. But if you're planning on replacing the camera bezel, there are 3 Phillips screws on the other side which need to be removed. At this point, there are 19 Phillips screws which need to be removed. Once the screws have been removed, a plastic pry tool needs to be placed in between the back housing and the frame of the screen and ran along the edges to pop off the catches. The back housing is also made of plastic. There are antenna flex cables. The NFC antenna is located here, and this is the LED flash. And there's an infrared or IR blaster in between the two cameras. There's also graphite film to help transfer heat. Looking at the other side, we can see additional antenna flex cables around the border. The battery cables can now be disconnected, followed by the rest of the cables. There is a pull pouch provided to help you pry the battery off. Here's a look at the 7100 mAh battery. Both the global and India variant have the 7100 mAh battery. However, the version that's sold in countries in the EU is only a 5200 mAh battery. That's due to regulations in those countries. Again, I'll be doing a separate video comparing these batteries and seeing if you can place the 7100 mAh battery in the phone that comes with the 5200 mAh battery. So stay tuned to see that video. As for the coaxial cable, that can be disconnected by just popping it off. Also, just to note, this flex cable connects the main board to the subboard. There's a single Phillips screw which is holding down the main board. Looking at the main board, we can see the 50 megapixel primary camera, as well as the 8 megapixel ultra wide. The main camera is the only one with OIS or optical image stabilization. There's a secondary microphone located underneath this covered shield, some graphite film over the shield to help transfer heat, as well as rubber gaskets around the connectors. As for the camera connectors, those can be disconnected by just popping them off. Taking a look at the other side, we see the 16 megapixel front facing camera, as well as graphite film and thermal paste on the back shield to help transfer heat. Once the graphite film has been peeled back, we see additional thermal paste on top of the RAM which is seated over the processor, as well as a thermal pad over the ROM or onboard storage. Here's a better look with the thermal paste and thermal pad removed. The flex cable for the screen is located on the bottom corner of the subboard, so if you needed to replace the screen, you'd have to remove the back plate, the screws on the back housing. You would then need to disconnect the screen cable as well as the rest of the flex cables from the subboard and remove the subboard itself, giving you access to removing the rubber gasket by the screen cable, at which point you would heat up the front of the phone where the screen is to loosen up the adhesive underneath, pry the old screen off, apply new adhesive and reapply the new screen, making sure you run the flex cable back to the opening in the mid frame and reassemble the phone. There is a single Phillips screw which is holding down the subboard. Taking a look at the subboard, we can see rubber gaskets around the connectors, as well as a red rubber gasket on the charger port itself, and the primary microphone is located underneath this covered shield. The SIM and memory card reader is located on the other side. Here's a look at the bottom speaker assembly. The vibrator motor and fingerprint scanner are held down with some adhesive, so if you needed to replace those, just apply some heat and gently pry them off. The flex cable for the volume keys and power button is located on this side. If you needed to replace that, just carefully peel it off from the frame. The proximity and ambient light sensor board, as well as the earpiece speaker on top, are both held down with some adhesive, and again, to replace those, just apply some heat and gently pry them off. Now when it comes to the vapor chamber on this phone, it's located behind the screen, and you aren't visibly able to see it behind the battery, but you can see it through the circle cutouts in the mid-frame, and it runs underneath the motherboard as well as the battery. The vapor chamber on this phone is comparable to size with the one on the Nord 5, so if you want to see generally what it looks like, you can watch the teardown video I did on the OnePlus Nord 5. Now when it comes to accidentally inserting a SIM ejector tool in the wrong hole, on this phone you wouldn't damage the microphones which are seated above the holes. However, there are mesh filters seated against the holes which would get damaged. So if you did put a SIM ejector tool in the microphone holes, you would puncture the filter which is on the outside. For the repairability score on this phone, I give it a 6.5 out of 10. Now it's time to put the phone back together. Once everything's back in place, apply new adhesive and reapply the back cover. Flip over the phone, power it on, and you're done. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.